departing at, we'll call it 1845 Zulu, time en route. It's going to be 32 minutes. Fuel on board, we're going to have 2 hours 25. Cruising at 430 knots. True airspeed, cruising at level 280. And a route of flight is direct to Irvine. Direct Norret. And the Bragg for arrival. Alright, and flight plan is on file. Hey Dashy, sounds good. Thanks for hosting me, and thanks for giving me some airports to go to in Canada. It's been a lot of fun. Alright, let's get the airplane fueled up here. Track IR off. There we go. Let's see. So we needed how much fuel? 2.3. So we'll go 2,400. We'll give ourselves a little extra taxi fuel. Plus we don't have a GPU here at this. Oops, at this airport. So 2.4. Alright, and we're getting fueled. So let's see, the arrival was, what arrival was it? It's the Bragg 4, okay. See, we can close that. We'll keep that. We can close up Innsbruck. We'll look at that another day. There it is. Okay. Good deal. Alright, we get done fueling. Yep, got the fuel. Alright, guys. Alright, got the gas, got the paperwork. Let's get out of here. One more quick little flight. Again, the main purpose of this flight is I just want to try this departure out of here. Figure out what the best way out of here is. Let's see, we can close passenger door. We're gonna get the engines fired up since we don't have a GPU here. And yeah. Alright, that's good there. We're gonna go ahead and spin engine 1. Just do a quick flow. Sure everything's more or less set up the way that we want it. Yeah.
TOS system test okay.
Alright, got the generator online. We'll just keep one running for now. We'll start up engine 2 here as we after we get everything set up. Alright, set up there. Let's go ECS to 1 for now. Alright, flight plan. Should be able just to load it up out of here. CYCG, CYBW, that's the one. And we're just gonna go procedure. We just need to load the arrival, which is the Bragg 4. I'm gonna guess it'll be laying a 3-5 out there. We'll see. And we're doing the, what transition were we doing? Norret transition. There we go. Runway 35, got that loaded in. Looks good enough for now. We're cruising at flight level 280. We're just going to set that since we don't have any ATC. Tweedo, we're going to bug our speed this time because I did forget to do that on my last departure. Bug 180 initially. Okay. So just to kind of talk through our departure, which runway do we want to depart? Winds are still pretty calm. If anything, a couple of knots favoring 1-5. So, I mean, coming off runway 15, I think it's doable. It just has to be an immediate right-hand turnout. So there's a lot of terrain right there, so just got to keep that in mind. 15, we got a little more clear area, but we still have higher terrain that way. But I think we'll launch off 15. We'll just make the immediate right-hand turnout after departure. And then as soon as we can clear the terrain, we'll go to our first waypoint of Irvine. Alright, that should be about it for departure. Heading bug, we'll just bug something kind of just off to the right of heading 150. To remind ourselves to turn. Everything else is set. Let's run some checklists. Let's get engine 2 started. Alright, and we gotta get to start. Electrical system generators online. Looking good. Let's run our flight control check. Alright, that looks good. Let's run our checklist. Oh, you know what? We still need to do takeoff performance numbers. That's what I was forgetting to do. Let's see. Performances. And we are weighing 7,500 kilos for departure. We're going to take off out of here. It's short-ish runway. We're going to do a flap 2 departure. Flap 2 dry runway, engine wing stab off. We'll do pressure altitude 2,000 feet. We were weighing, what did they say? 7,500. This will be 7,600. And our outside temperature is 6 degrees Celsius. So we'll run at numbers for 10 degrees. 7,600, 10 degrees, 98, 98, 108, 132. So 98, 98, 108, and 132 VFS is set. Alright, we got the numbers set, and yeah. Now we can run our checklist. Alright, after start checklist, GPUs disconnect, electrical emergency buttons pushed out, we got greater than 23.5 volts. Stall protection was tested previously, take out that as set trims. Yaw and roll are set neutral. Pitch trim is in the green, and actually we'll want to go, we'll go about 7.0. Since we got a flaps 2 lower airspeed, we'll want a little more nose up trim. Flight control and speed brakes have been checked. Ice protection not required. Flaps set. Position 2. Takeoff. And yeah, after start checklist is complete, we're gonna run before takeoff right here since we're just, I mean, it's gonna be pretty quick. We don't have much taxiing to do. Takeoff config check.
Takeoff. Okay.
Transponders, altitude, seatbelt signs are on. For takeoff config checked. CAS is checked, actually. We got one message there. That is corrected. Signs are on. Yacht amper is off. Ice protection not required. ATR is armed. It'll be green on the roll. Passengers are advised external lights is required. Transponder altitude. Checklists are completed. I never made any radio calls coming in here, I just realized, but we'll make radio calls on our way out. Castlegar traffic, 175 Charlie Foxtrot Embraer Phenom be departing runway 15, departure to the northwest, Castlegar. Alright, let's get track IR turned on, there we go. Lights on, clear left, clear right, and we're clear for takeoff. I guess I have this set up in evening time. I thought I had it on real time, but I think the sun just like set. But it's not quite nighttime yet, so we're legal to come out of here. Get that tablet out of the way. So yeah, and just reviewing, it's going to be an immediate right-hand departure, right-hand turn off the runway, avoid the terrain. Once we get up basically above 10,000 feet or so, we'll proceed to our first waypoint, proceed on course. Alright, runway 15 is our correct runway. Here we go. Toga is set. $80 knots, cross-checked. B1, rotate. The positive rate. Gears coming up. No problem clearing that terrain. We actually did not bad on climb performance with this airplane. Let's go flaps 1. We're just going to climb visually down the valley here. We'll remain clear of the clouds. And we'll go flaps up. Turn the yacht amp on. We're going to keep hand flying though. We'll keep takeoff power here for another minute or so just to get a good climb performance. Main clear of the terrain. I think it's a 5-minute limit on the climb power setting, or takeoff power setting. Yeah, really not as hairy as I was thinking it was going to be getting out of here. I know Irvin's kind of back off to our left. And I'm visually clear of the terrain over here on the left, so I'm going to go ahead and start that turn out. Let's set climb power now. Climb power is set. Yeah, that actually wasn't as hairy getting out of there as I thought it would. Now, if these clouds were lower, you know, if you can see the tops of these hills, yeah, that would be practically a no-go, honestly, getting out of there. It'd be very challenging. See, we'll highlight Irvin, direct, activate, spin that heading bug around, and we'll go heading, actually, highlight, we're going to go navigation, and we'll flight level change at about 210 for now. Actually, we're already at 230, we'll do that. And into the clouds we go. Keep hand flying it for a minute. This airplane's actually pretty nice to hand fly, especially for being a jet, pretty quick airplane, an X-plane. Get above these clouds pretty quick. After takeoff, gears up, flaps are up, yaw damper is on. MCT is set on thrust levers, pressurization. Checked we got good pressure, differential is rising. Altimeter is cross-checked, ice protection not required at current time, and external lights. We are through 10,000 feet. We'll turn the landing lights off. After takeoff checklist is complete. We'll hand fly for a couple of minutes. I do this in real life too, honestly. In the jet that I fly, I like to hand fly at least once per trip. I'll usually hand fly it up to about 20,000 just to, you know, have the practice of doing it. Because if you never hand fly the airplane, if something goes wrong with the autopilot one day, then it's kind of it's not a comfortable feeling. I've only ever had the autopilot not or quit working on me once since I've been flying the jet, and it was kind of a day. There's pretty bad turbulence. It was like moderate turbulence. We're coming into Boston, and you know, just getting bumped around. The autopilot just gave up and let go. I hand flew it for a minute. It seemed to smooth out. We turned the autopilot back on, stayed on for about 30 seconds, and then it kicked off again. So I ended up just hand flying that flight pretty much the rest of the way in, and you know, there was really nothing to it. Yeah, Embraer E-Jets fly pretty nice. Very easy to hand fly. We'll set the speed up to about 250 for the climb. Let's do it this way. There we go, 250. Trim it out a little bit. Yeah, I'd say that's enough hand flying. We'll go ahead and go autopilot on. Turn the track IR off, and let's go ahead and start planning our arrival. So I didn't even look up what the name of the airport was we're going to. We're going to Calgary Springbank. Okay. Airport sits about basically 4,000 feet, 39, 37. Yep, 270, 14 guest, 19, so we'll land, well, actually, 3,400 feet. Nah, I'd rather land on the longer runway with the jet. I think we could honestly get it down to 3,400 feet, but I'll take the longer runway. This airplane should be able to handle the crosswind. So we'll land 3.5. I assume we'll probably be parking down here. Actually, let's look. I'm gonna look up this airport here on Flight Plan Go. We'll see if there's any good FBOs for us. And above 180 standards. Okay. So let's see, the airport identifier we're looking up. CYBW. Springbank. Alright, Springbank Aero, I guess. Does it show me where they are? Nah, it doesn't show me where they are on the diagram. We'll just kind of find an appropriate area to park when we get there. It's a nice evening. I didn't plan on it being evening. I thought it was just going to be, you know, middle of the day, but we'll go with it. I'm liking the light. Alright, so we got the arrival. Okay, I see why they had it rotated there. Alright, so we're on the NORAD transition. So we do have a few altitude restrictions here. I'm gonna pull this up here. We'll just kind of do a little side by side. Alright, so on the transition we got Amido at or above 14, that's in there. Cetal at or above 13 is in there, and then IGVEP, I guess, at or below 13. And then for our transition, we'd be going... Okay, between 13 and 12. Kentu at or above 11. Ursig at or above 8,500 feet. And then Seacom at or above 6,000. And I'm going to guess that that probably transitions into an approach procedure. Let's take a look here. Do the RNAV approach, why not? I like RNAV approaches. Seacom, so is that the bottom of the arrival? Yep, it was. Okay, so Seacom will transition right into the RNAV runway 35 approach. So let's load that in. So we go flight plan, select approach, do the RNAV 35. Okay, that's weird. It won't let me load the Seacom transition. I just do vectors. Will it put it in there? Okay, yeah, it'll put it in there. And then minimums. LTV mins, this airplane's capable 4190. 4190 is set. And let's load that. Alright, so we do have the arrival, still going to Seacom, and then the approach runway 35 from there. So we just got to remember to activate the approach when we are on the last waypoint here between Earthsig and Seacom. We'll make sure we hit activate, so we'll make that restriction. So I'm going to put this in as a hard altitude, 6,000 feet there. So that way it should play in the VNAV, and then we just have to kind of monitor and make sure the airplane's going to make these altitude constraints for us. In fact, I think what we'll do, because this one's an at or below, we'll go ahead and set that as a, well, yeah, we'll make that a hard altitude there, too, just to make sure that the airplane will be down to that altitude by the time we get there. 3-degree arrival path, that should be good. And well, we're only 6 minutes from the top of descent. We are here at flight level 280. Let's pull back to continuous cruise. It's smooth, so I'm okay cruising fast on this one. Enjoy some wing views for a minute. Check out the lavatory. It's funny, this airplane, the lavatory, has like the best view, I think, right on the wing. Little Pratt & Whitney small turbofan engine. Alright, and I did forget to do this last time, so let's do it early this time. Let's get the landing speed set. Alright, so we're weighing 7,200. I anticipate we'll be under 7,200 by the time we are touching down. Go to performances. Gotta click all the way through to the end of the document. I kind of wish that Airbus would maybe make these like separate documents. Hey, there's some ATC coming online. That's cool. 3502. Sweet. It's 3502. Center Phenom 175 Charlie Foxtrot.
Phenom 175 Charlie Foxtrot, Anderson Radio, good afternoon. Squawk 0632 and ident.
Squawk 0632 ident, 175 Charlie Foxtrot. 0632. There we go.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, you're identified and welcome aboard. Weather in Springbank tonight, as of 1800 Zulu, winds are 260 at 21, gusting 33 knots, a 9 statute mile visibility, few clouds at 116,000. Temperature is 09er, dew point is -7, altimeter is 2974. Your active runway is going to be runway 35. Are you able to accept that?
175 Charlie Foxtrot, affirmative. We'll plan runway 35. I'd like to put the RNAV on request.
Perfect, thank you. Altimeter is 2974. At your discretion, descend 14,000.
Pilot's discretion will maintain 14,000, 175 Charlie Foxtrot. Cool, guys. We got ATC. Descend and maintain. Pilot's discretion 14. 14 is set. Let's arm up the VNAV so it should begin that descent for us. Pull the speed back just a tiny bit. We're pretty close to that barber pole. Don't want to overspeed the airplane. Or have the overspeed protection all of a sudden have us bust in altitude. That would be awkward. Alright, and back to landing calculation numbers. Gotta click all the way through to the end pretty much. Alright, there's our speeds. It's a 5,000 foot runway, a little long or a little short, so we'll do another flap full approach and landing. Ice protection off should be fine for us. And what did I say? 7,200 feet kilos. Yeah. So 112, 112, 128 are the speeds. So 112, 112, VREF, and 128 VS or VFS, excuse me, is set. Alright, and we already got the arrival in there. The approach is going to be the RNAV runway 35 into Springbank. The plate is 22-2. No nav aid to set. 345 is final approach course. Tardy at 5,300 is the final approach fix, going down to 4190 DA for LPV mins. Touchdown zone elevation 3940, same with the runway. Missed approach in case we have to do a published miss. Do not exceed 185 knots till Riggit. Climb to 4,400 heading 345. Then a left turn to 7,000 to Riggit, and as required in shuttle climb. That looks like that would be another direct entry in case we have to do that. Shuttle to 8,800 feet before proceeding on course. Safe altitude with 100 nautical miles, 13,800 feet when using the YYC Calgary International. We've got the local, so we're not going to worry about that. Bear VNAV not authorized. 175 Charlie Foxtrot is vacating 280.
Yep.
And for uncompensated Barrow VNAV not authorized below -26. We should be well above that. Alrighty. Go ahead, let's bring this arrival chart back up here for us. Let's see, and I'm just going to verify. I don't think I saw any speed restrictions for this procedure. Just kind of look through here. 7 inches. Transition altitude level is 180. Got the safe altitude. I don't see any speed restrictions, so it's going to make sure to apply with the altitude restrictions, and should be good. Pretty fun. I don't even think I've ever done a simulated flight into Calgary. Kind of a pretty area, all the mountains and everything. Yeah, that was sure a fun approach going into Castlegar. Yeah, that's been the most fun I've had in quite a while. You know, that I've had an approach like that. You know, it's high workload, but in a way that's really fun. You know, you've got to constantly be like, you know, have your head on a swivel. And, you know, like I said, it had been a few years since I had seen that airport in a simulator, and last time it was in, like, Flight Simulator 2004, and I don't think it quite captured, like, how much terrain there really is around that airport, but, yeah, that was definitely a blast, flying in there. Really enjoyed it. Alright, so let's see, first altitude constraint, we've got, Amido at or above 14,000. So we should have no problem making that. We're just a few miles off that.
Hello, this is Westgate
Coming out of flight level 205.
Westgate 115, Edison Radio. Hello, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. We are on stand 23 Alpha at Calgary. We have Victor on board and requesting IFR clearance to Vancouver.
Westgate 115, you are cleared to Vancouver via the Banff 2 departure from flight plan route. Depart runway 35 left, squawk 1076.
Okay, so we're cleared to the Vancouver Airport as filed via the Banff 2 departure, runway 35 left.
Alright, coming up on transition level, we'll set 2974.
Westgate
That was the
115, your
meter that
read
he
is correct.
gave me,
Please
so
start
we're
your
going to use
discretion, call
that.
ready for taxi.
We should start under our discretion. I'll call you back when ready to taxi. Westgate 115.
2974 is set, and we go ahead and run a descent checklist.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, descend 12, 12,000.
Descend, maintain 12,000, 5 Charlie Foxtrot. 12,000 is set, guys. And it's a descend and maintain. So actually what we'll do, let's do 290 knots. Let's just do a flight level change. Since we're not descending via the arrival, we'll just kind of do a descend and maintain with flight level change. That'll help, you know, keep a nice, stable, smooth descent. Let's see, normal procedures and descent checklist. Approach briefing is complete, landing data is set, windshield heat is on, signs and outlets are on, ice protection not required currently, descent checklist is complete. Alright, got city lights inside up there, it's a beautiful evening. Yeah, I gotta go adjust my Streamlab bot settings. I'm just realizing how many messages Dashi it deleted for Dashy because he was trying to give me like the wins. So yeah, I gotta go adjust that. I'm a new streamer. Yeah, poor guy. How's it going, Bliss? Alright, 13 for 12. Let's see, is it, oops, come on now. Turn on VNav here. Shouldn't be leveling me at 13, it should be leveling, it's because I got an altitude constraint in there. Alright, now it should continue down. I don't know why. I'm going to have to manually intervene here. Follow that down here for a second. Doing well, been lurking for a while, doing some chores. Oh, good deal. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it was. That was, like I said, man, that was such a fun approach. I'm so glad that we got to do that one. Oh, come on, airplane descent. Let me reset my flight director here. Alright, autopilot's on. Let's do VS. Nav. There we go. Now it's doing what I want it to. Yeah, it was definitely a nail biter. You know, it had me on high alert there as we were working down. A lot of fun. We'll do 250 knots here on the descent. There we go.
Five Charlie Foxtrot, descend 9,000.
Descend, maintain 9,000, 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Alright guys, clear down to 9,000, 9,000 set, we'll flight level change 250. Power back a little bit for the descent. Alright, and we'll save that for a little bit closer. Oh yeah, approach checklist we can do. Approach, we got altimeters 2974 cross-checked. DEA is set 4190. Cross-feed knob is off. External lights are on. And signs and outlets are as required. Passengers, we'll just give them the double ding on the seatbelt sign. Passengers are advised. Approach checklist complete. I think we were... According to our vertical profile here, we want to increase our rate of descent, so we'll just do an idle thrust, flight level change 250, should bring us down pretty nicely. Let's get back on our charts here. So yeah, so we're doing this transition kind of over here on the right. 6,000 feet's our bottom altitude.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, descend 6,000, clear the RNAV, approach runway 35 via SECM, call me on final.
Alright, clear the RNAV runway 35 via SECM and send and maintain 6,000. We'll call you on final from 175 Charlie Foxtrot. Alright guys, we are cleared for the approach. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to arm the approach button now. There it is. Provided we can get down to our glide path, we may actually need to use a little speed brake. Get ready for the rumble. Once again, man, speed brakes in this airplane are a little violent. They certainly will live up to their name. Easy there on the descent.
Autopilot.
Do a little manual intervention there. Help the autopilot out. There we go. Alright, we're 7 for 6. There, we're back on our path. Let's arm up the path. We got approach armed, so it should help make our restrictions here for us. Do vertical speed descent. Man, we're getting choppy up here. A lot of turbulence. It's definitely some light, maybe moderate. Alright, on the approach now. Oh shoot. Procedure. Oh, Airplane's doing something I don't want it to.
Autopilot.
Go to heading mode. Oh shoot, we might end up high here, guys. Vertical speed down. 5,500 feet, okay. Alright, fly the airplane. Procedure, we're just going to activate vector to final here. That should recover us. There we go, get the airplane doing what we want now. 5,500. Eek, not my best flying here, guys. Yeah, 5,500 is the MDA. We're a little farther out than I thought I was. Okay, we're recovered. That was pretty bad flying. Let's get back on course here. I forgot to arm the approach, so that was totally my fault. Let's do a hard altitude hold here for a second. Okay, coming back over. Glide path plus V is armed. 5,500 is technically our minimum, so we're just gonna get down to 5,500 feet. Just so we're at a nice round number. Oh, it's still taking me.
Autopilot.
Yeah, or just going visual. It's still not sequenced to the correct waypoint. So we're just gonna, we got the field in sight. 175 Charlie Foxtrot's on final.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, winds are 260 at 21, gusting 33 knots, clear land, runway 35.
Clear land 35, 175 Charlie Foxtrot. Yeah, that one got away from me pretty quick, guys. Thankfully we're visual. We're just gonna go ahead and fly that for now. So I forgot to arm the approach. Definitely got behind the airplane on that one. If we were in the soup right now, honestly, I would go ahead and just call a mist and go around, because that's probably the safer thing to do. In this case, we got the field in sight, so we'll just go ahead and proceed to the landing. Slammed it on the runway like a wet slice of ham against the wall. Yeah. Alright, flaps 2, flaps full, gear down, 3 green, we're clear to land. Yikes. Gear down, 3 green, flaps set full. Man, we were getting blown around. Yaw damper, close, speed brakes set, go around altitude is not set. We're gonna not worry about it though. And 4 landing is complete. Man, we're getting really tossed around here, guys. Holy cow. We might actually have to go around still.
400.
A little slow. Actually, not slow, but whoa. Man, gusts of wind like crazy.
200.
It's a little gustier than I was anticipating. Maybe we should land the other runway. Or we'll have to divert.
100.
Yeehaw. It's a windy one, guys. Oh, alright, go around. Oof. Didn't bend anything, but yeah. 175 Charlie Foxtrot going around.
Roger, 175 Charlie Foxtrot. Climb 5,000, maintain present heading.
5,000 present heading, 175 Charlie Foxtrot. Yikes, guys. That was, that's nasty weather there.
Edmonton Radio, Walker 1111, flight level 380. Good afternoon.
Walker 1111 Heavy, Edmonton Radio, good afternoon. Squawk 0153 and ident.
Oh, watch the altitude here. Come on, bro. Yeehaw! Replay. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one for the replay. We got really close. It's really nasty.
0153, ident, Walker 1111.
Walker 1111 Heavy, you're identified. Welcome aboard.
Yikes, guys.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, left turn heading 260.
Left turn, 2605 Charlie Foxtrot.
Trim.
Oh, come on. We're going to do it this way. Eef. Come on, get down to altitude. Yikes, guys. I'm way behind the airplane on this one. This is really... I don't think I've ever seen winds like that in X-Plane, honestly. It's pretty crazy. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to ask him about the other runway, because as much wind as we have up here, I think the other runway is actually going to be the better choice.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, left turn heading 170.
Left turn 170, 5 Charlie Foxtrot. So I've taken this airplane in some pretty gnarly crosswinds. This one is definitely gusty. Gustier than I was thinking. Alright, we're going to look at the airport here.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, do you want vectors for visual, or do you want to get another RNAV intercept?
We could just go visual, 5 Charlie Foxtrot.
Roger.
And the reason for the go-round, we had some pretty gusty winds, so it's a little unstable. I'm going to try one more attempt. If that doesn't work, then I may talk to you about diverting somewhere else.
Sure thing.
Yeah, guys, that was hairy. That'll be an interesting replay to watch. Let's see. We can close all the castle guard charts here. We're done with these. Eek. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted. You know, 2.6. It's short, but I think it might be the better option, honestly, for us trying to get in here. We're gonna try one more attempt. And let's rerun numbers. Let's do a flaps 3 approach. Because flaps 3 actually might be better. It'll give us more control authority. Less floating tendency. Get up here, performance charts. So, I mean, flaps 3, that means we got to get it down early. If we don't get it down early, we're going to go around. But, yeah, less flappiness. It's a good way to describe it. Let's see. So, flaps 3, 72, 17, 14, 28. 17, 14, 28. Okay. Got speed set. We're going to try that. Got dark out here pretty quick, isn't it? So we're going to try a flaps 3.
Foxtrot, left turn heading 070.
Left turn 070, 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Everyone's going to do this. 070. There we go. Love that feature with the Arabesque products.
High speed.
Accidentally bumped a button on my joystick. Could start getting slowed up though. Speed brake down about 170, 160. Now we can actually put in our flaps. Go first notch here. Get the gear down.
Charlie Foxtrot, the runway is about 5 nautical miles to your 9 o'clock report runway in sight.
Runway in sight, 5 Charlie Foxtrot.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, cleared visual approach runway 35.
Cleared visual approach, 35, 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Alright guys, cleared the visual. We're going to make the turn here. Keep the airplane, turn around. Whoops, watch the speed, getting slow. Let's go flaps 3.
Autopilot.
Keep the flight directors off here. Boy, you can just see that wind just pushing us over here. Holy cow. I'm going to keep my track IR off in case we have to go around again, because it's easier to push buttons and stuff if my head's not like moving around in the sim, you know. Wow, holy cow, guys. Winds are crazy up here. Look at those gusts. Those gusts got to be at least 20 knots. Like the gust factor is like 20 knots. Holy cow. Alright, maybe I do need to do the track IR because I can't see the runway unless I like kind of scoot over to the side.
Walker 1111 Heavy, you're leaving my airspace. Winnipeg Center is offline. Radar service is terminated. Clear non-route frequency. Good night.
Yeesh, guys.
Over advisory.
It
Walker
is just
1111.
gnarly down here. Wow. I'm impressed. I've never had turbulence, you know, that really rocks you like this. This is just a default X-plane, you know, weather. Alright, here. Just keep it
Charlie
stable.
Foxtrot, winds 250 at 24, gusting 33 knots, clear to land, runway 35.
3-5, clear land, 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Yeah. Hold me. It's actually feeling a little bit better right here. Let's hope that continues down to the
And WestJet 115
to the runway.
What's at 115, squawk below Charlie?
Sorry about that, we're on Charlie now.
But yeah, this definitely shows you
What's
in
at
single
115,
pilot
runway 35,
IFR.
left altimeter is
turbine airplanes.
2974. Taxi via Hotel Delta,
It
Charlie,
can go south
cross
real
runway
quick.
29er, cross runway 26, hold short runway 35 left.
Come on, baby. Come on,
Roger,
baby.
via Hotel Delta,
Power
then
out.
Charlie, cross runway 29er, cross
I think we
runway
got it.
26, to hold
There it
short
is.
of 35 left, WestJet 150.
Woo! Alright, we made it down that time. Holy cow. Yeesh. Honestly, that was a lot harder than Castlegar. That was nasty. You know, I've taken this thing up beyond 30 knots of crosswind,
Charlie
but it wasn't.
Foxtrot, welcome to Springbank. Taxi to the gate via Alpha, cross runway 26, Charlie, and Delta, and pick a gate, your discretion.
Alright, to the gate. Actually, stand by. Alright, to the gate via Alpha, we'll cross 826 and Charlie to the gate. 5 Charlie Foxtrot. That works. Holy cow, guys. So I've landed the Embraer 175. The most I've ever done is about 30 gusts 40. Well, 30 gusts like 37. So our max demonstrated is 38. So we don't go beyond that for a crosswind limitation. And I have taken it up there. But boy, I can tell you it sure handled a little more stably than this airplane did. Yeah, so I've landed this one in 30 knot crosswinds before in the sim. But never with that much gust factor. That was really hairy. We're going to watch that replay like you said. Ugh. Yeah, that almost got real ugly. I thought I was going to end up touching down off runway on that first one because it blew me off the runway quite literally. Okay, clear left, clear right. Yeah, that whole approach definitely needed work though. You know, just kind of debriefing it. So I forgot to arm the approach or activate approach prior to the final approach fix. That's really what killed me. So I got way behind the airplane at that point because at that point I didn't have my vertical profile. I should have just, you know, gone missed approach. Would have been the better option. Let's see. We'll pull off just into one of the aprons here on the left. I think we'll actually just pull off here. I want to disconnect. I want to watch the replay on that one because this is going to be an interesting one to debrief. But yeah, so forgetting to arm the approach, I should have, in retrospect, just gone missed approach. You know, because at that point, I don't have the guidance that I thought I did. You know, I was visual. That's the reason I chose continuous, because I could see my runway. I knew it was there. And so I figured we could, you know, we could keep it safe. Alright, we're disconnected now. But, yeah. You know, in retrospect, though... Whoa, what the heck? Wow, my views are like... There we go. I was gonna say that's like way screwed up. Alright, so let's do this. Control R. Let's get rid of the preview panel there. Can I change the time of day on a replay? Let's see here. So So this is our mist. Oof. Yeah, you can see how nasty that was on the mist approach. Let me turn the volume down. Sorry, guys. You guys are wearing headphones. Your ears are probably bleeding right about now. Okay, so here's the first approach. Let me see. I don't think it's gonna let me. Let me see if we can. Nah, it's not gonna let me. All right, well, we'll go for it. Trying to think if I could turn up the brightness here. I think you'll still be able to get the whole story here, though. So we were definitely high. Idle power descent. We were configuring pretty late, too. But yeah. Right there, you saw that gust really blew me off. I should have gone around here because I'm clearly not aligned with the center line, and I was 4 whites on the Pappy. So at that point, I would have considered that an unstable approach, so I should have gone around right there. But we continued. We actually got it pretty stabilized right here on the short final. But yeah, right here is where it came off the rails. So with the full flaps in there, it floated for days, and we get a gust right here, and I let that wing get low. Oof, look at that. Watch this. See that right wingtip? Oh, that is within probably about 18 inches of the ground, so that's pretty close. 12 to 18 inches right there. So we almost bent metal on that one. We didn't, but we were close. Oof, oof, that was close. That's when we went around, obviously, because we were off the side. So yeah, so piloting technique-wise, so I should have held the crab in, and because you can actually hold the crab in with most jet airplanes until you feel a wheel touch, and then you can kick it out if you really need to. But I brought the crab out, and I don't know if it was just a timed gust of wind or if it was just a bad aileron input. But that wing lifted. I think basically I just let the wind get under that wing. I didn't have enough left aileron in it. Well, I don't know. I had quite a bit here. So right here, so we're kicking the rudder out in, I should say. We're getting it straight. So actually, you know what? It was just a gust of wind. 'Cause look at that. I'm nearly full left aileron. It's just too much wind. I don't have enough control effectiveness. Okay, so I used proper technique. It was just too much wind. Okay. Interesting. This is kind of fun. And then we hit the power. I didn't actually go toga. I went to reserve power on this one because how quickly sideways that was going. The Embraers have a, if you look down here, so we got a few detents in the jet. So you got cruise, continuous and climb, and then toga, and then you have maximum reserve. Max reserved is usually used for wind shear escape or terrain escape, or just in case of like if there's anything you need extra power for. But I actually took it to max reserve on the go around. I don't know if you saw we got some yellow on the N1 there, but honestly that might have been a good decision considering that. Let's watch the second one. The second one went better, so that's interesting. You know, that was going so quick. I didn't know if I had really screwed up my technique, but actually I had the proper technique. It was just not enough control effectiveness. So in retrospect, I think the decision to go flaps 3 on the second attempt was actually a good decision, because those few extra knots of airspeed are going to give us improved control effectiveness on the second attempt. Do this so it's not shaking around so much. That was an interesting one, guys. Holy cow. I knew it was close, but yeah, that was within 12 to 18 inches of a wingtip strike on the right-hand wing. So here's attempt number 2. This one definitely went better. So yeah, it was a firm touchdown, but again, you know, that's better than... it wasn't really even all that firm. I mean... You can see this one, I kept the crab angle in longer this time too. I actually let it touch down before I brought the before I brought the crab angle out. How hard of a landing was it? Let's see here. Watching the G load. 1.6, okay. So not a hard landing, a little bit firm, not hard. This thing's got trailing link gear though, so that definitely helped out. So it wouldn't feel as firm. Let's watch the pilot inputs here on this one. So this one was definitely... So I kept the crab angle in there. I didn't put the rudder in until after we touched right there. And then I got the aileron in. Keep that wing down. So, yeah. Yeehaw, guys. That's probably about the closest I've ever come to actually bending metal in the simulator on a live stream. Without it, like, really even ever, unless I was intending to do something stupid. Which I do that on the sim once in a while. But yeah, that was really close. Let's watch that first attempt one more time just for the fun of it. Lessons have been learned today, guys. Definitely lessons have been learned. I thought I kind of knew this airplane better than I thought I did, but I kind of found an area that I kind of overestimated my abilities a little bit. Yeah, I should have gone around back there because I was unstable because I had the 4 white and I was off center line. But I continued. We got it stabilized, but yeah, this was the sketchy part. This is the part that almost resulted in disaster. Right there. Oof. No sparks flew though, so that's good. Yeah, you can see there we got the yellow. That's because we brought it all the way up to max. And then we brought it back to toga after we got it going. But anywho, guys, I think we'll call it good there. Bring it out a replay. Let's go ahead and shut it down. Let the passengers get off and go change their pants. Hopefully I'm not fired by the rich guy that's hired me to fly him around. Yeah, that was fun. Anywho, guys, thanks so much for watching the stream tonight. I appreciate y'all following along. Thanks for the awesome inputs. Dashy for giving me the idea to go out to Castlegar. Thanks, guys, for the fun comments and everything you guys do. Hey, thanks for the follow, Bliss. I appreciate it. I'll probably be on later tonight. I'm planning to fly an Airbus somewhere. So, sorry. Let me undelete your message here. I need to adjust my Streamlabs filters. They're a little too much. A little too intense. I'll do that right after this. But cool. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thanks for following along, and have a great day.